right. There are three levels of publishing. One is what we call traditional publishing. That means, the big four or five people, four or five companies that are left in that sphere will give you money and they'll publish your book. They will also change your book a great deal. They'll probably change a whole lot of things about your book, but they also take at least 70% of your royalties. And the fact of the matter is that most of those people that do that don't sell very many books either. They're gamblers. They 1 out of 20 or so sell millions of copies, and the other 19 sell a few hundred copies. And they don't do a lot of marketing for you, but they won't charge you anything. They'll get the book done. It wouldn't cost you anything. Then there's what we call hybrid publishing. I am not a hybrid publisher either. Hybrid publishers charge you something. I'll give you an example. Someone that we know, and I will not say who, but someone we've mentioned, was told $6,000 to publish her book. No editing, no marketing. They were very clear. They would do nothing for it, but basically what we do for half of that price. And they suggested that she buy 2,000 copies of the book from them. And
Yes.
they would also be taking 80% of her royalties. Look at the face on Mo. Okay. And they're supposedly a renowned publisher, and they're in New York.
Sure.
Okay, that's great. I don't think she had to buy the 2,000 copies, but if she had, they would have made money on every one of those copies. So most hybrid publishers, I would say some of them are very good, but a lot of them aren't. They now own your book, basically. They don't own your book, but your name is on it, you're all that. But most of them put the book on their accounts. Tyler's books are in his accounts. When Tyler goes to buy a book, he doesn't have to call me up and say, can I buy a book? He just goes and buys more books. But most of them have to buy their book from the publisher, who then upcharges them at least a couple bucks every book. So let's say, Mo, your book is $5. They're going to charge you $7 or $8 every time you go to buy a book, and you can't buy it without their permission or without their interference, right? And they get a piece of your royalties. Could be 20%, could be 50%, right? And they generally charge about as much as we do, or sometimes a lot more. We have a woman who has already won Worst Client of the Year, and it's only October. In fact, I think worst client ever. Today I told her, you're the most rude and impossible person I've ever met. Please don't come again. I'm not joking. I wish I was.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
She's mean. She's mean-spirited, and she made my girls feel bad. And don't ever do that to my women. Don't do that.
No.
Okay. So, as they say, I can't. So no, she's just horrible. But she paid $9,000 to a publisher, and in 2 years ago, and got nothing. She got a book cover. They did no editing. Now I'm starting to see why. She probably drove them nuts, but she gave them $9,000, and she was out of luck. And we fixed it for 1/3 of that. It is insane, and didn't have the respect to understand what we've done for her. And it's just, really. So that's not cool. But there are people who pay all this money to hybrid publishers who then own the book more or less. They have control of your book. I don't like that so much. We're a publishing services company. Basically, we're helping you publish your own book.